Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to answer a question that I've been getting asked a lot lately, and that's if you need to know coding to become an IT support specialist or be in the information and technology field. Now, right off the back, the answer to this question is no, you do not need to be a coder or know coding to be an IT support specialist or to do a lot of information technology roles, whether it's networking. You don't need to be a coder, right? One thing most people have to understand is a lot of the coders out there, of course, they remember things by heart, right? Depending on whatever language that they're good at, they will know a lot by memory. But don't just automatically think that coders are just creating applications and creating different things from their mind without researching, without doing these different things. There's many tools that are there for the coders to use to make sure that their code is working and the logic behind their code is going to work how it needs to be working. Don't let that stress you out, or don't let that discourage you or make you feel like, man, I don't know how to code, or I won't never learn how to code. A lot of times all you need to know is something can be done, and the foundation and basics of it, so you could build on that. Everything else you could read, you could research, and trial and error, right? To become an IT support specialist, you don't need to know coding. To be a cybersecurity analyst, you don't need to know coding. Of course, there is different things. You might want to create scripts, right? You might use Python. If you're a cybersecurity analyst, you might use Python to create a script to automate a task that you need to automate, or same thing as an IT support specialist. You'll be doing things where you might need to create a script to be able to automate a task or get it done a little bit faster than you would have gotten it done if you just tried to do it manually. You don't need to know coding to be in information technology. You don't need to know it. For all the guys and the girls out here trying to become an IT support specialist or help desk or whatever, if you're going to be working with Windows, the commands that I would say that you need to learn is the net commands. If you're focusing on, I want to learn coding, I want to, at least what I would tell you, the best advice I would say, at least just learn the net command suite, like net user, net use, net local group. Those commands right there would be able to help you get a lot done, because you're going to be adding, removing users. You're going to be maintaining user accounts and adding them to the right groups, removing them, stuff like that. Those are the commands that would help you the most. If you're trying to learn something and you're not comfortable yet putting yourself out there for IT support jobs or IT jobs in general because you feel like you don't know no coding, as long as you have IT experience or you're in school for it, you have knowledge, you will be just fine. You'll be just fine. So don't let this thing or this stigma get to you to where you feel like you need to know coding. You're not out here creating applications from scratch. So you will be okay. All right. Now, Linux, you might need to learn commands like change mod and stuff like that. So you could manipulate user accounts on the device and stuff like that, right? Every operating system is different. If you're working with Windows, if you're working with Linux, if you're working with Mac, just try to learn the commands that are going to help you administer user accounts, user permissions, and stuff like that on that specific operating system that whatever company you're going to be working for uses. Other than that, you don't need to know coding. Like I said, you would probably need to do some scripting here and there, because for my job, we do use scripts for a lot of stuff. And a script is not a long, it's just, sometimes it's just some couple lines of code that you use repetitively, and you just need to, you want to be able to reach to the point of just clicking a few times and get this thing done. You don't want to be typing in this all the time. You might create that script to get it done, right? But other than that, you do not need to be a coder. You might need to use the ping command, so you could ping the different devices on the network to make sure that they're up and they're responsive and nothing is wrong with them. But you don't need to be able to create applications from scratch at all. If that is the thing that's holding you back from trying to get a job, or making you scared to even start learning, because I realized I was talking to someone, and they was telling me that they wanted to get into IT and cybersecurity and stuff like that, but the coding was like, it was too hard for them. And I was like, listen, just learn the skill. Do not worry about the coding part. You want to learn these different languages like Python and Batch and Bash and these different things. But at the same time, remember, the job that you have, unless it's software development or something, you don't have to learn it like how a software developer would have to learn it. Your focus is on something else. If you're in cybersecurity, it's more focused on you doing cybersecurity, right? And you might need to automate stuff like going through logs, because you analyzing to see, in this log, is there anything that shows a sign of breach? But you're human, so it's going to have so many logs. You going through this log by yourself without some kind of assistance would take you forever. You might automate it and make it in a way where you create a script, so you could go through the logs, and the script could pull certain data out of that log. But other than that, you do not need to know any coding, really. There's a few commands that you will need to use on a daily, but not now. I'm not telling you not to learn it if that's what you're interested in. If you're interested in coding and you want to go full force into it, go ahead, because of course it's going to help you be way more sharper, way more well-rounded, and you could probably be a software developer eventually. But don't let it get to you. If you don't know coding, like I said, just learn the commands that you need to learn to be able to manipulate the system and the devices, and that's all. Hopefully this video was able to help you, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in again. I'll see you guys in the next one.